How's it going? How's it going? Give me a second. I didn't get to fix this setting from before. I need to just tweak my layout one time just so when I stream you have more real estate to see things. I noticed earlier when I tried to stream with the new layout, it was just not enough real estate on the screen for everybody to see. So I just want to adjust that. I don't remember if this was actually together or separate. Let's see. I want to say that I exported this separately. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 mm, 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 mm. So I completely updated or upgraded my music playlist, so we don't have the same music to listen to over and over again. Oh, let's do this. Yes, sir. Welcome in. I'll be starting shortly. I just need to update like a few things in the layout. Download that, download this. Okay, I'm happy I actually did do what I thought that I needed to do. So it would be so cool if it actually worked the way I thought it would. Hmm. I might have to revert this back to the previous mask because I don't think it's gonna work the way I want it to. Let's see, attempt number 2. And then when I zoom in, does this look the right way? It doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the other mask and then later on, after the stream, I'll update the mask to the way it's supposed to be. Which is so weird. It should... Okay, whatever. Let's get this camera back working again. Okay. Alright, we're good to start. Oh. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't realize that I was still on my other screen. There we go. Fixed. Alright, there we go. Hey, how's it going? I'm Mario Hero, and I make pop culture spray can fusions and also games. I gotta work on that, you know? One of these days, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna plan out how to change that because I no longer only do games, I do a lot of things. So, uh, I turn a lot of things into spray cans. Hey, I'm Mario Hero, and I turn a lot of things into spray cans. Nope, doesn't. I'm Are You Hero, and I turn your favorite characters into spray cans. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're brand new, welcome in. Uh, as you can see, I'm still trying to figure out actually my new statements because I've shifted away from turning pop culture characters into spray cans to turning just almost everything. I have Pokemon, I have Transformers, I have anime characters, I have superheroes, I have comic characters, I even have Rick and Morty. But I turn a lot of things into spray cans. That's the gist. We made it there. But yeah, that's what I do around here. So, if you were here last time, I turned Kiriko into a spray can, and then I also turned. I'm in the process of turning Amy from Sonic into a spray can. That's what I do in the morning stream. So if you're just now catching me, I do two streams now. I do one in the morning, generally 8 to 8:30. I'll start or 8 or 8:30. I'll start in between that time, and then draw until like 9:30. And then in the afternoons, I generally try to start at 7 and then run the stream. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this layout though. Like I wanted to go off to the side, but I like actually miscalculated how much of a black border there is on the edge. And I know this thing has like Procreate has a projection mode. So if I go over here, I can turn it to project canvas, but it doesn't really affect anything on your side. Like it doesn't actually change. Oh, it stops you from seeing my UI. Other than that, it doesn't change anything. I kind of wish it did some other stuff though, because like sometimes the UI and I use Procreate by the way when I draw, and sometimes Procreate their UI is like really evasive and it's like too big, so I generally like to like remove the UI. Oh, y'all can't even see the reference window with this. I can close that. That was for you guys. That wasn't for me. That was for you guys. Also, how's everybody doing? I'll stop yapping and get to drawing. So I've been trying to figure out what face expression to use. So I have like a few different like mouth expressions that I was playing with. So I have this one. I have this one that's more of a shocked face.
And I see the background matching your journals.
Oh yeah, you see we out here. We got the journals in the background. My cameras are slightly crooked. We're not gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna try to. Nope. I think I messed it up. Mm, and then if I do this, I think I could be. Yeah. I could be more in frame. There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Cause I got these arms on my chair. They get in the way, so like I can't like scoot any closer to my desk. I can like drop lower, but then it'll be weird. So, oh, I just realized that was a little dark over here. I just need to, there we go, add my secondary camera. All right, now I'm officially done. I'm gonna get back to drawing my designs. Oh yeah, and I have like pictures in the background. We out here. We matching all the way around. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I promise. I promise. Okay, so I was trying to figure out which face to do. I don't think I'm like this one's cute, but I'm not feeling it. It's a little bit too pointy. I think if I were to do this one, I would want to like dial it back a little bit. That way, it's not too aggressive. Um, like it's like really pointy. It's almost villain level of pointiness. So I think that is around the ballpark that it should be. But even then, it's still like villain level of pointiness. Like, I think I like this face expression, so I'm gonna solidify this and see how it goes. So, and also earlier, the reason why I was like fumbling with my layout is mainly because one, I like to zoom in a lot. I like to zoom in a ton, and when I zoom in to do something, it cuts the frame to that. So it's like you're not really gonna get as much of the picture as you did beforehand because of this. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to be quick about the design, like when I'm up close like this, and try to get back as quick as possible to the bigger screen. And if you're curious, yes, I did get carried away with Mask. Dang. Can I clean that without messing up anything? So I 50% want to redraw her ears. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. 50% of me is like redraw those ears because I don't like them. But I'm gonna leave them as they are for now and try to get through what I said I was gonna get through in this stream, which is getting the color placed and getting all that stuff done. Ooh, that felt good. I don't know why people are looking at my personal website. Interesting. Okay. Don't touch the ears. 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 I'm gonna do it. It's I I I think they should be less pointy or like less rounded. Like I think it might be no, it's the bottom. It's the bottom. It's the bottom. Like it probably did I accidentally duplicated this instead of okay. I'll turn this one off and then if I go to the other side and erase here, dum 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 dum. Mm 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 mm. I'm kind of hype about this update. Yo, welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping by. What's poppin'? Okay, cool. I was thinking that I just noticed that Twitch froze on me. Mm, mm. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. I think I'm ready to slap some color on this.
Kremelyric. So what does the update do?
What does the update do? What do you mean, what does the update do? Which update? Let's go in here. Color in this. One of my layers is dirty, and I don't know which one it is.
Kremelyric.
It's not
Didn't
that
you
one.
say you were hype about the update?
Uh, just the format that I'm like working on, like just adjusting it, trying to make it look a lot cleaner. Um, that's the update that I'm hype about. Also found out there's some cool stuff that I haven't been using in the program. So, uh, there's like a way for me to make reels automatically using Streamlabs. There we go. Like when you have Pro, you can like make reels and shorts easily because it allows you to clip the actual videos from your stream directly or the videos that you post. I'm gonna move my camera one day. That way I can like sit directly and stare into your souls while I draw. But for now, it's gonna look like this. Is this better? If I like look like this at the camera instead of side profile? What? Okay. So I'm gonna start by laying down a base color. Let's say this might be a little bit too light. Like I'm gonna match the color, so I'm gonna match the shading to the concept that's in the left hand corner that you can barely see. But I'm gonna use that to match the colors because I like the accents of like the blue on the side of her face and the red on the side of her face. It's definitely this hair. It's definitely just in the way, but what can you do? What layer are you on? This layer, right? I want to use this red, but I think the red might be a little bit too bright. So I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. All right. She kind of has like the crazy eyes going on with the pupils being so big and so like separated. So I'm gonna have to like bring them in just to like make a little bit more sense and not look so weird. Because currently she has the crazy eyes. She has like this dark turquoise hair. I'm trying to see if I have like a sample that I already have just sitting here that I could use. Oh yeah, I think this works. I was gonna say, what layer am I that's not mirroring? If I'm gonna keep this format, I'm gonna get like this little turntable so I can like spin my iPad around. Cause like rotating it is such a part of like rotating while I draw is such a part of the process. And I don't like the face. I'm gonna fix that later. I'm gonna fix that later. Pet that dog.
Kremelyric. Getting all the fancy equipment.
Oh yeah, cause it's such a different way for me to draw. At least for this layout, it's tough for me to like not go like this and like rotate and do all the stuff that I'm used to usually doing. That oh, it doesn't rotate for you. What? That's crazy. It doesn't rotate. It doesn't rotate. That's cool. I wish I had found out about this mode a long time ago. Like, so you're probably confused. Like, so I can like rotate the canvas and it doesn't rotate for you guys. Like, I'm hype. I'm hype. I should have been using this mode a long time ago. Man, let's go. I don't need that. I thought my stream was freezing, but it's not. It's actually this presenting mode doesn't allow rotations. Let's go. Let's go. It's crazy good. It's crazy good. Okay, Procreate. I see you. It's a little bit darker. I could probably use this color right here. Alright, I'm gonna fix the crazy eyes right quick. Because y'all can't get a different size, but I can. And it's just like crazy eyes. I think that might be better. Or if I like move one of them like that, and then I erase this other one, and I'm gonna duplicate that, I'm gonna flip that one, merge this down, and then go over here and erase. And apparently on one of the layers I drew on top of this. I don't know how excited that made me. The fact that I could rotate this and it stays the same, like, it's such a small thing to be excited about, but you know, I'm still hype about it. All right, let's finish doing the colors for all these other parts, and then I'm gonna fix the mouth. This is so great. It's great. Oh my gosh. I think I need to, I actually, like, just, what else do the buttons in this thing do? What's this? I'm gonna turn my interface back onto the right hand side. What's light interface? Oh no, 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 too bright. Too bright. No, no, dark interface, always. Dark interface. Anything else? Oh, I can change how much the selection mask visibility is. What are the advanced settings? This takes me to the main menu. Okay, I do not want to do that. Getting a little bit too carried away. But the advanced cursor, I can have it high contrast or do the brush color or per brush. And I can show my paint while, okay. Anything else in here? What's page assist do? No idea what that one does. Alright. And she also has like these like red marks on her face. I'll add those in now. Are there two of those on her face? No, one's just a scratch. And I think I overdid the eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna pull back on that a little bit. That's what I'm gonna end up doing, just a smidge, just to pull back on the eyeshadow around her eyes, because I think when I first did it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, but it looks cool, but I think it's just too much. So let's.
Since it's hype, I have songs.
Okay, go for it. I'm cool with songs. Go ahead. I forgot to say this. I have a music bot inside of my chat, so if you're on Twitch, you can actually jump in and you can request songs, and I'll add it to the playlist. It'll follow whatever song is already playing.
At Kremelyric-Shaylia Takuta, official video, by Shaylia has been added to the queue in position number 1.
Also, welcome all newcomers to the chat. What's poppin'? How's it going? Oh, okay. I also see. I'm like, there's a blank space in the middle of her forehead that I think something should be there.
Nightbot. At Kremelyric-Jinton X Koba Brown, maybe tomorrow, put Mazra and Randall high. Official audio by Jinton has been added to the queue in position number 1.
This little piece right here was an accident, but I'm gonna make it on purpose because I like how that looks. What? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one too. That was another accident, but I'm gonna keep it there. Also, I realized I haven't dropped a reel in forever. Like I haven't dropped a reel in forever. So I decided that I'm going to spend this weekend making reels of the designs that all of you get to enjoy as they're being made. But I'm gonna post some more reels because I haven't posted one in a long time. And I think, yeah, I knew it. That line was weird because it's too thin in comparison to all my other lines. Dang, that was a perfect line too. I'm on the wrong layer. This is such a, it's so silly. It's so silly to be excited. The fact that I can keep rotating my tablet while keeping the frame directly centered for you all. I know it doesn't make any sense for me to be this happy, but yeah, I'm happy. Like, it's so crazy. With projection mode, nothing. You see nothing. I'm just over here, the UI all open, all in the way. I want this color in her eye. You do some funky stuff with the highlights in this one. Highlight. Of course, I don't have mirror on. Of course. %51%. Knock it back down to 51%. Yeah. I know. I always do shadows first and then I do highlights. Uh, is it overlay what I want to do? Nah, that makes it hard to see. And I think it was a hard. Okay. Do 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 do. I'm gonna select this and then that's crazy. It doesn't show. Whew, sorry. Again. Too hype about something that's not really that crazy. Like it doesn't show any interface like things, so you just get to see pure drawings, which I don't know. You guys let me know if you like the old way where you get to see like the UI pop up and the interface whenever I like draw. Welcome to the channel, Mark. What's poppin'? How you doing?
Chromelyric. This is cleaner, but the other way I think helps PPL learn.
So, adding the interface back, that makes sense. Because with this one, you don't really get to see all of the other stuff. Oh, you know what I could do? I could make a duplicate of the screen. So, okay, I know what I could do. I don't know, because it'll only project one, so it'll just be two duplicates of the same thing. I was thinking that I could have like one of the projection and one of the other thing, but it's still coming from the same program, so it wouldn't change anything. Hmm. Which is fair. I guess the question is, do people want to learn while I do this stuff, like, or do they just want to see like lines and stuff just like continuing and appear as I like do the work on it? Because if more people are interested in like learning the learning aspect, I could definitely switch it up and actually start. I could turn it all back on. It's literally a click of a button. Like, to be honest, it's up to you guys. Whatever you want. If you want to see the interface, I'll turn it back on. If you're like I'm indifferent, I'll keep it off. It's all what you guys want. What's the slogan? It's have it your way. One of my friends suggested that I do League of Legend characters as spray cans. I'm not gonna hold you. I know nothing about League of Legends, so it'll be definitely an experience to like research League of Legend characters and like find. I know their designs are all unique and fun, so I know it would be fun to like make their characters. The shadow should go the other way. So I said I was gonna do like the colors to match like how it is in the reference. So I'm drawing my base shadows in, and then I'm gonna go behind it and add like those highlights on top of it. So they'll influence the way this looks afterwards. Oh, actually, no. Oh, snap. Should I? I actually haven't shaded this way in a while. I haven't done this type of shading in a long time. Because the way I should be doing this, hold on a second. I need neon green. Time for some old school shadow and highlight work that I used to do. So when I first started doing like cans, I experimented a lot with how to do can like highlights. And some of the times what I would do is I'll just do a rough, and then other times what I will end up doing is, let me turn off my reference on on here. What I would end up doing is I would make these cones and I would color them in and then reduce down from them, and that would be how I would do my shadow work. So like, because this is getting, she's getting hit with two lights on both sides, I need like that sharp highlight, like the side of my face where this is giving me like a bright light, and I need another light for the other side. So what I'll end up doing, undid something. All right. I would do like a cone type of shape. So I'll make it go something like this. And I want it to be like hitting from both sides. So while I would draw that shape, the next thing I would do is I will go in and fill in the shape. And like other artists may like look at this and they may say like, yo, what is he doing? That's weird. Like, why is he doing this way? So what I would end up doing is I would fill in the design with green. And then once I filled in the design with green, what I would do is I would go in and remove all the areas that I don't wish for the light to hit. So I know that this side area is going to get a lot of light, and what I would do is I would reduce down. So I know like, okay, this right here, and what I would do is I'll use a mask, which is more efficient for this type of process. And you'll understand shortly why I use a mask. So I'll switch this over to black so then I can just drop in the color. So as I go about tackling my shadow work, is basically removing it all the way, and then once I'm done, I'll just convert this whole color into whatever I want it to be, and then that's where my highlights will mainly store at. So I started highlighting in the wrong way, but okay, we have the ears here. The ears are going to cover up this part of it. And I could just like cast this even higher, or just let the ears completely cover that, but I might do something like this. And the same thing will go for here. Like, I know that these edges will end up getting highlights where the center part will end up getting mostly shade work. So I would completely erase all of this. And the same thing for here. It's like, yeah, none of this is gonna get touched, because the ear, if I do like another layer, and this is such, it's not a form that I was taught. It's not something that I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do this. It's actually a more tedious method, but like, it's something that I used to do in order to get down pack like how I want things to be. So it's like, oh, this ear, if I have light coming from there for the ear, that means that if I cast from here to here with the ear, everything in here doesn't get light. Even this part is not going to get any light because the ear covers all of that. So what I end up doing is going in and erasing pretty much all of this. But because I like to do a little bit of like exaggerated highlighting, I still will keep the nozzle with highlights. That way it keeps the interest moving up and down. So like you hit the ears and it's like, okay, the next highlight that curves around is on the nozzle. Then I would go back down and do the rest of it. So like over here, I know the inside of the ear, the edge of this ear isn't going to get any light like in here. And I can even cast this down to being like around here. Or let's see, I might do it. Yeah, I wanted to cuff into here like that. And then far as this ear goes, I'm going to reduce how much of this gets light to about around there. And I know good and well like this edge is going to get a lot of light over here, but I can control how much I'm going to let it have. So I'll do something like this to curve it up. So I really want to push my shadow work, giving it more control and like feeding into like, okay, what the forms do. And then like some of this stuff, like here, I'll erase down to there. And then and who knows, I may like, no, this shouldn't get any. And then just do that. Oh, nope. I still want the exaggerated highlights that I have there, so I'm just gonna erase all connection pieces to that and then doing the drop. And because I kind of don't want to completely just flood this out with highlights, or maybe I do. Maybe I do want to flood this out with highlights and just sharpen this edge over here. And then I do the same thing for this bottom piece here. It's just like, alright, I know that this is a more rounder shape. And I should have probably kept the highlight over here. And I'm going to reduce here. And then I like to do like signature, like little small things. Like it's just kind of like my signature on like my piece. Like I generally draw like these like circles or ovals with a dot behind it, just so that like it has my like little touch to it. Does it match? No, because I'm like literally shifting a spotlight onto the design. But again, I like to take creative liberties whenever I'm like doing shadow work. Uh, my college professor would kill me because he would always ask like, "Where's the shadow coming from?" And for me to make up shadows, is mostly because he used to be a lighting artist. So whenever he sees like pieces that don't really have like shadows per se that like look like they should be there, he always is like, "Yo, where's the shadow coming from? Where'd the shadow come from? Why is it here?" And I see that like, there's an error here that I missed. I can erase all of this. That's fine. I might put a dot on the ear. And then just draw this back in. Do 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. And oftentimes, whenever I do shadows too, I try to stick with the shape in the form of whatever I'm curving around just to make it look more believable, like light is bending around that shape. So you can see like on the helmet on the side, I curved it instead of like having it go straight down. There are certain pieces that I'm like, you know what? I want to be adventurous with how this is. So I did like a few alterations to how it is. Like next to the ear, some of these like curves don't really like they wouldn't highlight that way, but having interesting shadows and like making the piece more interesting is more important than realism for me. And like some people may be like, your shadows are weird and they don't match and they're not accurate. I'm like, I'm turning people into cans, man. Like, come on. Like, you really gonna come at me about my highlights when I just turned a whole person into a spray can? So, so I'm just gonna. I already know what type of shadow or highlight I want in the eye, so I'm not gonna like sit here and like try to do the circle. I was about to, but I'm like, I already know what I'm gonna do with this, which I can actually start erasing more.
I need PPL to relic Dirks.
Yeah, there are art snobs. There are real art snobs that are just like, blah 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 blah. Like I haven't seen it like happen to my stuff because most of the snobs they won't say it to your face. They'll say it like under covers, but you know, it's okay. We're all making art. We're all having a good time. It's cool. Relax. So this one's like really unique because where it's located at. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear out the highlights on one side. Just go from here and then I need to actually remove a piece that I left there. Like just doing this stroke, I was like, oh man, that looks like an accident, less of like on purpose. Like it's like a piece that I forgot. So I'm gonna go in and clean that up. Okay. And stop her from looking like the Incredible Hulk in a second. So, also, I realize I don't really talk about my process as much as I used to. So, it's like I should probably get back into like actually talking about my process because I know usually I jump in the stream and I just start drawing, but I can definitely start talking about the process and the pipeline a little bit more, or like my thought process of while I'm doing like a design. You're probably asking too, like why green or this lime green? To be honest, it just pops a lot. It's something like really aggressive to the eye. So like whenever like I end up using like this type of green, I just can see things very clearly. Did that? I was supposed to say, did that actually remove everything? It shouldn't have, but I see why I did it. I know what I want to do with this. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it backwards. Cause I want like these like streaks that are like sharp to cut into here, and then there's supposed to be one with here, and then I need one down the middle. And my brush is as small as it's gonna get, so I'm just gonna color it back in multiple times. Oh, that's why. I really wanted to keep that piece there, just because the shape looked cool. That's all. Some Sometimes there's no rhyme or no reason to how I do my shadows. I'll just like, oh, that shape looks cool. I'll keep it there, and it just so happens to be how I do my designs. So like this is another shadow that I'm just like I like it, like, and I'm gonna keep it just because I like it. There's it doesn't logically make sense down there, but I'm gonna keep it just because I like it. Mm. Oh, that's right. There we go. So I have like signatures that no matter what I'm gonna put on the design, even if my highlights are going and doing different things. Uh, each one of my can designs always has this highlight on the top of his head. So no matter where my highlights are coming from, it's always going to be there, unless the design doesn't support for that type to be there. And I would say like you can even see like there we go. I had to figure out the direction. There's next to me with this icon, you can see like they always have like that oval with the circle next to it. Sometimes they have two of them if the design calls for it, but generally speaking, it's centered in the middle of the forehead. Yeah, that's another part of my signature that I like to like add to all of my designs. Don't ask me why I started adding that, because I do not know, to be honest. Uh, it's just been there since the beginning, since I started doing my can designs. Um, and the star eyes were a new addition last year. So like any of my older designs, they don't have star eyes in them. Um, and you can kind of see that with my Instagram where I started the transition from using star or using like actual normal pupils to using star pupils. What is that connected to? It's a small fiber right here, I bet. No way this is attached to anything. Interesting. Okay, I'll just erase it. There's no skin off my bones. I have a brush dedicated to dealing with stuff like this. to my normal brush. That's right, I didn't have mirror on when I was doing this cleanup around the edges. I still want this highlight here, and I'm gonna draw it in just because I want this highlight here. And the last one, I'm gonna erase that one just because I don't really like the highlight being there. I'm gonna reduce the size of this just so I can like add like a dot there, and then I'm going to turn off this so I can mm 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 mm. Okay, so with this done, now I can go on to the next step, which is converting this from being like green neonness into actually being shadow work. And this part is pretty cool. Also, I kind of want to show you guys something. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to select this. So this is what it looks like on the mask right now. So this is like the inverse of it. I can literally take this and do whatever I want with it. I can actually make a shadow layer based on this one, and just do the opposite process of it. But I just wanted to show you like how cool this was that I have like the opposite version of it. So now all I have to do right here is turn this to white and just drop this in here. Then drop the opacity down to like whatever I want it to be. And the reason why this process is a lot smoother and like easier to adjust to as well is because I'll show you. So the character has like red on one side and blue on the other side. So that I don't mess with that one, I'll take this one, switch the color to blue or whatever that I want. Make sure that my draw assist is off. Increase the brush size, and then why is it doing that? Okay. Clipping mask. This is a non-destructive way of me doing this. And then all I'll have to do is bump this up a little bit more. That way you can see the mask more, or the color. And then I'll just continue going in and like coloring all the stuff. And then down here I just have to go, okay, this is what needs to be colored here. And then the other side is supposed to be like red, but the red's not going to really show up that well on her. And even in the concept, they actually use like a white rim on the edge of the shirt just to offset it. But I'm going to paint it in and see what it looks like. And if I don't like it, I can always just go in and just do my own adjustments to it. So you can see here where it's like, okay, some things don't look as they should. I might need to darken this red a little bit, or choose like another color, or like make the accents white and then have like the other side white and then have like the inner parts red. It's generally tough to paint red on top of red. So what I could do is I can go in. Where am I coloring at? Okay. I can go on top of this and color in purple instead. And then I want to keep the whites of the eyes the same. And then I'll erase things that I don't need. So I can erase that and erase this. And look at the opacity. The opacity on that is 51. This is 55 and it doesn't look as bright as it should be. So I can always just go in and tweak the values in order to make sure that it works the way I want it to. And like there's some stuff like, oh, this dot on the ear doesn't work for me. So I just go to my mask and erase it away. I think one of my sketch layers are still on. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's try, I'm gonna try coloring like a pink layer on top of this and see. Yeah, I think that pink works a little bit better. especially when I paint it on top of other colors that are red. Yeah, that's way better. So yeah, this is like my backwards way of highlighting and doing design work on a character. Uh, but yeah, we're going on 2 hours. Uh, I'm probably gonna end it here. Got a few more steps to knock out today before I can call it a night. Uh, Tomorrow's Thursday, so we'll be back in here to continue working on this design again. Uh, it should be done by Friday. Yeah. Because the background is going to be pretty easy. I already have in mind what I want to do, which is a gradient um, fading from bright to dark behind her, and then having the pillars behind her illuminated with some emissive, and have like little pieces that are like breaking off or like floating off that you can see on the sides. So I'm going to get that made. It's not going to be long. It's going to be kind of flat colored with a little bit of like stack colors of overlay, and should be a pretty fast thing to do. So I'm gonna call the stream here. I appreciate everybody for joining me for another stream. If you once again are brand new, welcome in. If you've been here before, I appreciate you coming back. Uh, n- New people, hit the subscribe and follow button. Support your boy. If you like the stream, and yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this stream, at least me talking about my process of highlighting. As always, it could be anywhere else, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it ever so much. Until next time, as always, I didn't have this queued, but now I do. Hero out.